Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Garden City Community Chat. This is show number 541, if you can believe that. It is Thursday, August 26th, 2021. We're happy that you could join us tonight. Boy, the days are counting down, but the temperature isn't, is it?
No.
Man, oh man.
We got another week or so of this.
It's crazy hot.
I'm sure Tom will give us all the burning hot details.
Yeah, he'll fill us in. Hey, I'm your host, Kerry. Also joining me tonight, the most accurate weatherman in business, Garden City, very own Doppler, Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing?
Doing well, but yes, this heat wave is definitely sticking around a little bit too long for our likings, right, Kerry?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And former Garden City Councilman and longtime Garden City resident, Mr. Mike Jones. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing very good, Carrie, but I'm getting better. Thank you.
Hey, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Hey, I have really been looking forward to tonight's show. We are doing another fun one for you. For those of you that follow me on Facebook, you know that I purchased the very popular Blackstone griddle not too long ago. Since then, I have been watching several videos on YouTube. Of course, I have. To be familiar with cooking on it and different recipes. Well, the videos I have been watching the most have been our guests, and they are great cooks, informative, and very entertaining. And guess what? We have them here tonight, and they are the very popular Waltwins. So stay tuned. We'll be chatting with them both shortly. But first up, we will have Tom with the latest weather report for you. Let's hope there is some cooler weather coming our way.
Yeah.
And then, Mike, you're going to close out the show, I think, with some community events and announcements.
We have some, Carrie, yes.
Good. So grab your favorite beverage or snack, and we hope that you'll join us for the next hour or so. Should be a good one. Now, if you have any questions or comments and you're watching us live on Facebook, please go ahead and put them in the comments section or text us at 734-788-9319, and we'll do our best to get them answered for you. I do have some questions here from some viewers, so I'm going to get those answered. You can also join us live on air via your smartphone, laptop, PC by following the link I put in the comment section. So feel free to do that as well. So we hope that you're all safe and doing well tonight. I have a couple of show announcements first for real quick announcements for you so you can get them on your calendar. On next week's show, September 2nd, our good friend, Garden City Public Schools Superintendent Derek Fisher will be here.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, to discuss the upcoming school year, how they're going to handle the guidelines, which seem to be changing daily, and also talk about all the improvements that they've had over there and what's been completed and much more. I know several parents have questions about this school year, so be sure to tune in. And then on September 9th, we will be taking off because it's a holiday. You know why? It's my birthday.
Oh, shit.
I believe Mrs. Chat, she may have something planned for me, so we're going to take September 9th off. But we will be back on September 16th. And our good buddy Len Fisher from Inspire Theater is going to be here the 16th, Mike.
They got a new show.
Talk about
We'll be
Spamalot.
talking about, right? Spamalot.
Right. So please mark your calendars for those dates, and we hope to see you then. We also want to do a quick thank you to all our listeners and followers of the show who tune in every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several surrounding communities as well. We would love to hear what city or state you're watching from, so let us know. We want you to know that your support is greatly appreciated, and we'll continue to watch, share, and listen. And if your community has any events, announcements, or cancellations, what should they do, Mike?
Well, probably the best thing would be to email us.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, email those details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/gcchat. And Mike, you'll be more than happy to pass that information along.
I
right?
certainly will.
All right. All right, let's get Tom in here now for a quick check of the weather, and then we're going to spend some time chatting with our guests, Adam and Brett, the Waltwins. So stand by.
Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away.
Well, the only person I know that enjoys this weather, Tom, is Richard.
Yeah.
And what boggles my mind is why he enjoys it. But we won't get into that.
I
That's a
know.
whole other show.
You know, and our guests are from Florida, so I would imagine they're having some pretty warm weather there too. So we'll ask them.
Oh, yeah. We'll share. They can have our weather.
Right.
So if you can handle a few more days, Carrie, I do see a light at the end of the tunnel. But,
Yeah.
it's definitely been a hot and humid week, and it's going to be continuing the next 3 days. Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be a continuation of this heat wave. Temperatures will be in the 90s. Heat indexes will be near 100 each day. And I'm looking at potential opportunities each day for some on and off rain.
Oof.
Hopefully will cool us down. It will add into the humidity, but hopefully it will cool us down with some clouds and some rain, and we'll see a little bit of relief. But this is not going to be an all-day rain. It's just when you get these temperatures that warm up so much, you can get some rain that moves in and out fairly quickly. So we'll cross our fingers and hopefully we'll get some rain to cool us down. But after that, as we get into next week, we'll see a gradual decrease in temperatures. Me and Carrie will be having a party out there.
You got
It's
that.
going to be much more nicer. The humidity begins to drop on Monday, and it continues to drop as we get into next week. So on Monday, we'll see temperatures still in the 80s and upper 80s, and then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, they'll drop into the mid to lower 80s, and then as we get into Thursday and Friday, temperatures will get into the low 80s, and into the following weekend, we'll see, dare I say, temperatures in the upper 70s. So hold on to
my
your belts
gosh.
because we're getting more relief in as we get into next week.
I'm getting excited.
It's not going to be an instant relief, but it will be a gradual process as we get into some decreasing temperatures. But the only thing I can't do is we'll probably see the mosquitoes still around, so I can't do much for that. But as we get into the month of September, we're going to see a cool down in some temperatures, so get ready for that. But other than that, it's been fairly active across the entire U.S. with floods in Tennessee causing a lot of fatalities and deaths out there this past weekend. The hurricane season is very active as well. We have Ida out there already up to the I name, and that will be heading into the Gulf Coast states as a hurricane over the weekend. So it's going to be a very active time in the weather department as all of these major storms and events and wildfires continuing in the West. These types of events are going to be continuing, and we'll keep you updated on our websites and on the show. So if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and we will keep you updated. But a couple more days, Carrie, some hot and humid weather, and then we will get some relief next week. So
I cannot.
Just don't go outside until then. That's my best advice.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Stay cool. All right.
You do as well.
All right, let's introduce our guests for tonight. I don't want to keep them waiting any longer. They are the very popular and entertaining brothers on YouTube. Please welcome Adam and Brett, the Waltwins. Hey, how you doing, guys?
Great. Hey, great. Thank you so much for having us. Good.
I'll tell you, I've been looking forward to this all day. Well, all week, really.
Yeah, we have to. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you guys are in Florida. How's the weather there?
It's hot. It's definitely hot. Well, you hear about the what you guys have going on there. It's similar here where we have temperatures upper 80s, lower 90s, but the heat index lately here has had it all the way into around 105, 106. So we're definitely feeling the heat for sure.
Oh my gosh.
We're close.
Yeah, we're close. We're close.
Well,
So
yeah.
So do you guys live near one another then?
We live about an hour and a half apart. I'm in North Central Florida. I'm in the Gainesville area where the University of Florida is. So that's where I am. And then Adam is in Apopka, which is just outside of Orlando. So that's where we are. So we're relatively close, but we'd like to be closer, obviously, with our shooting schedule. But it works for now.
Now, you guys, you not only do YouTube, you're also you're a DJ. You work at KISS Radio. What do you do there?
Yeah, so I am a program director, and I host the morning show of the KISS 105 morning show. We're top 3 radio station here in Gainesville, Florida. And so, yeah, I'm the host. I'm actually the only one. So I host and produce the show. And then be a program director, I program, make sure all the other shows, everything's under control, as well as we have a classic hip hop and R&B station as well. And so I program that station. And so, in fact, right before we came on here, we had a little hiccup, and so I was back trying to get that taken care of.
Putting the fire out,
So I called my general manager. I was like, "Hey, call my other guy because I'm about to do this awesome podcast, so I'm going to be out of pocket for a little bit. So I'll be checking up on that, make sure all the fires are put out."
We appreciate that. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
And Adam, do I understand you're a school teacher?
I am. First of all, I want to apologize. I always get on Brett. We use StreamYard when we go live, and what did I forget to do? I forgot to put my my calls on mute, and a call came through right then, which obviously boots me. I had to come back in. My apologies. So I teach middle school. I've been teaching at the same school now for 11 years. Actually, I've done everything a little bit. I have a master's in educational leadership as well. So I actually was a dean for a few years. Decided I didn't want to keep working my way up. I wanted to stay closer to the kiddos. So I went back into the classroom. I teach U.S. history, 8th grade for the past few years. I absolutely love it.
Oh, nice.
And so not as exciting as it is for Brett with the radio DJ, but it is funny when I go up to visit him. He's pretty humble about it, but I feel uncomfortable at times visiting local establishments there because they'll hear my voice and be like, "I recognize you. Wait, are you Brett Douglas from the radio station?" I say, "No." They're like, "You don't have to lie." I'm like, "I'm not. It's my twin brother. I promise."
Yeah, being twins like that. Have you ever pulled any pranks on anyone like that?
It's so funny. People mess us up enough. I mean, somebody put it this way, and I think it was probably the most accurate description. They're like, "You guys are freakishly identical twins." Yeah. And we get that. So we don't think that for us, but other people, we get it. And ever since we tried it in elementary school, in kindergarten, we switched classes, and 1st grade, we switched places, and our teachers caught us.
No way.
And we just feel like, you know what? People mess us up enough on their own, and we feel bad. So we don't ever have to play tricks because it just it happens naturally.
That is awesome. So you guys are YouTube phenoms. You got 5.8 million views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would die for that.
I tell you, this is a journey though. A lot of people, especially within the Blackstone community or the griddling and all the outdoor cooking, think we all of a sudden, took this by storm. We all of a sudden came and we're new and just kind of rolled with this. We've been doing this for 4 years, just over 4 years now.
Okay.
But we were doing a ton of other things. We did everything from, fast food reviews to
challenges.
I can't even think, Brett. Challenges. That's the word I was thinking of. To variety. We enjoyed it, but nothing was landing until we found the Blackstone. And holy cow, we didn't realize we were striking while the iron was hot. Holy cow,
that's your niche. That's
a game changer.
Yeah, definitely your niche.
Yeah.
So how did you guys get involved with Blackstone? I mean, become advocates for them. How'd that come about?
Brett, you want me to kind of give a little bit of the background?
Because Adam was actually the one that introduced me to the Blackstone, and now we had already discussed taking our channel beyond because we had settled on food reviews for a while, and it was because like I told you, Adam, while you were away, I explained how far away we were, and so our filming schedule, we can only film so often. And so it really worked out. We could get together, go to a couple of fast food restaurants or food restaurants, and do our little food review and move on. And it was easier for Adam to edit, so we could do multiple. But then we decided to cook, which we always loved cooking. And then we found the Blackstone, and so Adam, you can take it from there.
Yeah, well, it was, we'd gone live and we had a small audience at that time, I think like 12 or 13 people in a live one time. And this was right as the pandemic had hit.
Okay.
And we realized we'd gone to Arby's. Like Brett said, we used to actually bulk film. So we went to Arby's and gathered 3 different items to do a food review on. Now we'd split the food and just take 1 or 2 bites.
Really?
Because we're doing 3 reviews. Yeah. And Arby's had a new King's Hawaiian something with 3 different sandwiches, and so we wanted to get those all 3 in a week. And I just knew filming those, I'm like, people aren't going out to eat anymore right now. People are staying home. The quarantines, the lockdowns are starting.
Yes.
And we just knew it wasn't happening. And so kind of in discouragement, we're like, what do we do with our channel? Because we were kind of at a crossroads. We weren't seeing a lot of growth. We had done one more final push to see if we were going to do anything with our channel. And then we just asked our audience, I'm like, Brett keeps wanting to cook. And I'm like, I just can't imagine how to film it and edit and all this, but would you guys be interested? And then all 12 lit up. Yes. Oh my gosh. We'd love to see you guys cook. And we're like, hey, we got some support.
That's 12 out of 12. That's good enough for us.
Right. And that year for the anniversary, I told my wife, you know what? I would really like a Blackstone. I've been watching Todd Tovin for over a year now. And there's something about the outdoor griddle. This is what's funny. I'd been using an indoor little electric griddle for years. I loved it. I'd worn out 2 of them just because the majority of my meals, I just got very comfortable with it. I'm like, I got the stovetop, but this thing was so easy. I could pull that and cook everything from steak to chicken to breakfast. It didn't matter. And so I always jokingly say I cut my teeth griddle cooking on an electric griddle on a $35, electric griddle and Oster griddle inside. And so I got it, had no idea that this was going to take off. I knew I could do an unboxing video. I learned how to season. And you go back and watch those videos, the first 3 videos, the unboxing, the seasoning, and my first smash burgers. I had done of any of those. I mean, I'd maybe done an unboxing before if I remember, but true unboxing, the seasoning I had never done. I followed all of Todd Tovin's instructions to the T. That's actually our right. And now it's one of our highest viewed videos. Had no idea at the time it was going to happen.
Wow.
And the smash burgers took off, and we knew we had something special. And we're like, this is different. And we were quarantining, so the first 2-3 dozen videos, Brett and he would send videos from his little 22-inch on his back patio, and then I would edit it and put it up, and I would try to rotate so there'd be one of me and one of him, and that was kind of a pain for a little bit, but then we got to where we were comfortable coming down and being together, and that it just took off from there, and it's just been a blast. So it's a lot of work, but it's fun. Sorry for the long explanation to your very short question.
No, that's fine. No, I want to know all about it. We have Jerry Thorne. He's actually watching from Alaska right now.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. He's on board his ship. Yeah.
How about Justin Mooney from Ocala down in their neck of the woods?
Hey, there we go.
It's just south of me.
Justin,
yeah.
It's right between us. Right between us.
Go Gators, eh? You like Gators, right?
Yes, exactly.
I said go blue on one of your videos the other day.
Yeah, you did. We love college football.
We do too.
We welcome it. I was just looking at the schedule before we came on here.
Yeah. So, you guys, you love the Blackstone. I have a couple of questions. Let's get into some of the cooking questions. All right.
Sure.
Let's go.
Somebody wants to know what your favorite oil is to use.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Brett, are you?
There's so many, right? I mean, really.
Yeah. I mean, the most important thing to know is any of the oils that have the good the heat point are good to use. From vegetable to canola, even olive oil is good. The one I use the most, there's no really rhyme or reason, is vegetable oil right now. I just bought a thing of canola oil. Those seem to be the 2 that I use the most for cooking. Tonight, it's your ahi tuna on the Blackstone. So of course there was a little sesame oil in that for the aromatics and the flavor that it brings. But yeah, I usually do vegetable to canola oil. I know Adam's also a fan of avocado oil as well.
Yeah, I know you use a lot of avocado.
Yeah, I've only used avocado a couple times. I think a lot of people, when they're looking for healthier options, even some of the little oil sprays work great.
Yeah,
the biggest thing that it's funny, we're kind of getting away from. When we first started, it was like, oh man, you got to have a ton of oil down for everything. And I got to a point one time after a weekend cooking, I was sick, and I was like, man, that was way too much oil.
Yeah.
And then really got to realize our griddle is seasoned well enough. We probably just need a teeny bit just for that little layer, and that's it. So yeah, like Brett said, I think the biggest misconception is you have to use a specific kind of oil. And it's not true. You can use any oil that you prefer to cook with. So if you like olive oil, great, use it. The biggest caution with some of them is if you're doing high heat cooking and you're using like an olive oil or a different oil that has a lower smoke point, it's going to burn a little bit quicker. You just want to watch the burning. You can use butter. I would say the biggest thing with butter, hurry and get your food down quickly.
That'll turn brown on you real quick.
So so you just got to be careful with it. And people are like, hey, can we use, I had somebody ask me if I could use tallow, beef tallow. I'll be honest, I had to look it up to make sure that was okay. And sure enough, I think I think there's just a misconception with what works and what doesn't. But for us, the favorite, I would say, just because it's accessible, we use canola oil. Olive oil, I reserve for my special dishes. If I'm doing like a great steak dinner or filet mignon, I use olive oil.
Yeah.
And only because I feel like, for me personally, it just gives a little bit extra, like that, and the avocado oil too, because most oils you won't taste, but avocado, I can taste a hint of it, and same with the avocado, which just, to me, enhances the flavor.
Yeah.
This was personal choice.
Mrs. Chat said, yeah, I did potato pancakes and they were a bit oily, a little oily. I used a little
Oh,
bit.
man.
Yeah, now she tells me on, the whole internet.
On national television.
Yeah,
It
but
is
you're right.
a national audience. You've got people from Alaska all the way to Ocala, Florida. So this is your national audience.
But speaking of seasoning, somebody wants to know, have you ever used Crisco for seasoning?
We have not, but I've actually had a lot of people reach out and ask about that. My understanding is it works just fine.
It's been around forever.
And here in Florida, we started when we were doing just strictly seasoning. We used flaxseed, and that was because I did a lot of research. And Blackstone's not definitive on it. Camp Chef isn't. A lot of these companies have been around, but they do say if you are in a really humid area or an area where there's a lot of moisture or water or humidity, something that's a little bit with a higher smoke point might help a little bit more. And so we found the flaxseed is good. The problem is flaxseed, it's like you get it either perfect or just to a point where it's going to start crumbling away on you. So it's like it's finding that.
You got to be Johnny on the spot with that one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Here's a question from my wife again. How about making fried zucchini? How do you do it crispy? How do you make it crispy?
Very carefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shallow fry.
It gets mushy,
Yeah, it does. And I love my wife does an amazing recipe where she lays down some in fact, I've wanted to do this for the channel, some onions, then lays them down, and then cheese all over them. So it's almost like a pizza, almost looks like a pizza. We use, but same thing. It is a little bit mushy, but we love the flavor. So that's a good question. I would think almost, obviously the air fryer would work, but maybe less oil and just get maybe a high enough temperature that you can kind of almost sear one side and flip it. That's the only thing that I could think of. That's interesting.
I know it's not a challenge, but challenge accepted, because I want to try this. I think rather than a shallow fry, maybe put a little oil, then put it more on a dry part and just almost overcook it, so to speak, to get that crunch.
Okay.
We're gonna have to try it, because zucchini does a lot of water. I mean, a lot of water. So,
it does. It does. Yeah. Well, when you guys do it, let me know.
You got it.
You'll be the first. You and your wife will be the first to know.
Awesome. Awesome.
We call Brett's kitchen the test kitchen. Brett, I think you're on it, man. You got one to run there, buddy.
Yeah.
Have you guys always been interested in cooking like this?
We've always loved cooking, and people ask us that because neither of us have a cooking background, and we try to make that very clear, because some people just want to, we get a lot of the Monday morning quarterbacks on a lot of our cooks, and so much of it comes from just passion, what we love to do. Our mom loved to cook, and we loved her cooking. Our sister, to me, is one of the best cooks that I know. Our brother has been a chef, our older brother. Okay. And so it's something that there's just something calming. We will go out, and Brett and I will do 9 videos over 2 days when we're together. And I'll be like, man, I couldn't cook another thing. 2 days later, I'll be at the grill. I'm like, I'm just in my happy place. I love being there. And
they are fun to be on. I love them.
I
had a restaurant. I had a restaurant for 4 years, and I cooked on a griddle. So, this is like old hat to me, but I'm still getting used to it. It's been a while,
Right. Yeah. That's my father-in-law too. We got him a Blackstone for Christmas, and it was a lot of fun getting to go help him season it. He lives just around the corner from me, and to him, he cooks a little bit indoors, but now he cooks on that nearly daily, because it brings him back to his days when he was a young man, and that's what he did. He was a line cook way back in the days, like in the 40s and 50s, and so he just loves it. It puts him back in a happy place, and I think that's what this does. It just is. It's so easy to be positive out there cooking. I'm out there sweating in the Florida heat, but it's.
I think you guys said on one video where you have just as much fun cleaning the Blackstone as you do cooking on it. Didn't you say that? See, I pay attention.
That's awesome.
Well, it's just the idea of we must have not have met that. But I will tell you that there is something that it's a very rewarding to know, like when you cook something like really great. Like tonight, like I said, I did seared ahi tuna, which is one of my very favorite things.
Wow.
The Blackstone is so simple. But I did noodles and we did stir fry vegetables. And then, so I had my whole griddle just completely covered. And then you take it off and like 2 or 3 minutes, you get it. You scrape, all the. I use water because I use soy sauce, so there's sugar in there. So sprayed some water on there, scraped it off, wiped it down. It's like brand new again. It's so satisfying to know that you're leaving it like that.
Yeah,
So
it is. I think that.
It's like guys. I think it's like people that have a car fixation, where they have their old car that it looks great, but they're cleaning it more than they're actually driving it. So it's like that. But it is, and I think part of it for me, because I've had grills in the past where I had one and call myself out. I had it for 2 years, cooked on it 4 times. It's because after it was done, I didn't want to clean it. So the first time I cleaned it took me forever. Next time I didn't clean it. So next time I went out to cook, it took me forever to clean it.
Yeah.
By the 3rd time, I was like, I don't like cleaning this thing. It took too long. With the griddle, I do like it because it is a quicker process. And it's also that pride, man. Getting that surface looking black and slick is just it's so satisfying.
It is. It is.
So satisfying.
I hear you, brother.
Hey, and then we'll have a YouTube channel, for it. You kind of want to show that off too. Kind of look a little crummy on our channel. We had that thing with garbage,
Yeah.
How about your go-to accessories, your must-have accessories to cook with?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Scraper.
Yeah.
Spatula.
Yeah. 2 spatulas.
2 spatulas.
Yes. Scraper and 2 spatulas.
Yeah.
You could do because you can cut and chop with the scraper. Obviously, you scrape it. It helps with the cleaning process.
Yep.
So start for sure. Those are the must-haves.
Right. Okay.
I appreciated my wife when I first got it. I said, man, you go down the Blackstone aisle, my Walmart, it is my Graceland. It is like a mile long of like all these It's a toy store for Blackstone.
I know it.
And the first time I went, I said, oh man, I could get all these. And she said, get the griddle set up and start working on it. I had ordered on Amazon the 5-piece set, the two thinner spatulas with the scraper and the squirt bottle. You got to have squirt bottles.
I got squirt bottles.
Yeah, and she said, start using it and then see what you need. And I've been surprised at what I've loved to have and use. We use everything that I've gotten so far. We use it.
Yeah.
You can't underestimate a good pair of long tongs. You have
I got the tongs. Short and long.
Yeah, and I will tell you some of the ones that have been big surprises. The little spatula mat that Blackstone sells that we sit next to. I've got the magnets. I've got the magnets set up, which are fine, but those spatch mats are awesome. Just on the side, those are awesome. And then, funnily enough, the taco racks have been one of my favorite things that I have. Just for everything from we haven't used it yet for hot dogs or sandwiches, but it holds everything. But we do tacos or things so often. Yeah. It's so nice to have a nice setup instead of just flopping them on a table or on a plate that we've done before. But yeah, so there's but those are probably the ones you got to have a good bread. How are we forgetting? You have to in your arsenal if you are a griddle owner. I think by law you have to have a smasher. I think that's
yes.
One way, shape, form. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a press.
You know what else?
Press, I think
a dome is pretty important too.
Yes. Even though we have the hood. I have the steam dome and we use it more than the hood because the hood lets a lot of the air out or the heat out where that dome will concentrate the heat there.
Toss some water up underneath that, get that steam going.
Okay, I got a question here for you from This is Pastor Jonathan Combs. Tips for Philly steak and cheese.
I will tell you.
That is such a big one.
The biggest tip I can tell you, it's a lot easier than you think.
Yes.
People from Philly hate you for calling it a Philly cheesesteak, no matter how you do it, even if you do it exactly like they do.
Cheese whiz or whatever.
Yeah, we love Blackstone. Betty reached out to us. She's from Philly and was awesome, so kind about it. But ribeye, you've got to have ribeye shaved down thin. It cooks in mere minutes. In about 2 minutes, your whole cook can be done.
Very quick.
And then once the meat is done, you get the onions. Now, for a true Philly, they say it's only onions if you're adding green peppers. It's not a true Philly. If you like the green peppers, add them because you got to add them the way you like, right?
Yeah.
So you can add your green peppers, your onions.
Yep.
And your little bit of seasoning, and then the provolone cheese or whatever you're using. And then once those are there and the cheese starts to melt, then you take your hoagie on top of it, lay it down for a minute, and then scoop it all up and flip it. And it is the best, one of the best sandwiches you will ever experience. Still one of our favorites.
Yes. Yes, it is. And it's so quick.
Yeah, it's so quick.
And I like putting mayo on the bun and toasting it.
Oh, yep, which we've done before too. And that mayo, right? That takes it to a whole new level.
Perfect.
Whole new level. Yeah.
Jerry Thorne from Alaska, he says his accessory is a Visa card and reservations.
Reservations. There you go, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah, he's a real comedian.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Mrs. Chat says, please share how our kitchen window is right by your BS, and you think Mrs. Chat is your personal assistant. It's
Well,
so
it saves you.
It's like a drive-through window.
Hey, we have the same thing from our kitchen. We designed an outdoor countertop so we could use it as a pass-through window.
Yep.
Yes.
But it is the big thing. So I would say another accessory, since you asked, a large tray. We actually went to a restaurant supply store and we got those busing bins.
Right.
We put everything in it so we could take trips. Because she's saving you from the walk of shame, right? I think CJ Frazier talks about that.
I'm
you don't have to take 1,000 trips.
I'm going to show you my setup right here, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
beautiful.
Look at that right there.
Yeah.
We got everything right
that's
there.
A great kitchen.
Yeah. That comes in handy.
Heck
And the window's
that
right
window
over to the right.
I was gonna see. You can see it right there. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, we love it
hilarious.
though. We love it.
Well, I hope you pair her in some really good food.
Oh, absolutely. I do.
There you go.
Jonathan Combs, he says, what's he say? Got it. Only onions.
Yeah,
Or whatever
right.
you want. Right,
Don't
Brad?
forget the ribeye. And we will stay. We say we've had some good ones with regular steak and things like that. Nothing really beats the ribeye. It just is perfect all the way through. But yeah, onions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've done it pure like that. Amazing.
Yeah, and
Okay,
we actually have
just a
some
couple
really good advice. Yeah, just another quick tip for that. When you're cutting the ribeye, before you cut the ribeye, throw it in the freezer for about 30 minutes so it gets pretty solid. And we have such wonderful viewers that they give us tips all the time. Like we said, we're not chefs. We didn't go to culinary school. The food is just great, as everything guy says. But after watching one of our videos where we were cutting meat where it was thawed, they said, hey, put it in the freezer and let it get solid, and then it's so easy to shave down really thin. And that I would say is one of the biggest keys for if you want to get that Philly cheesesteak, just like to get that steak really thin. That's a huge key.
That's a great tip. Great tip. All right, I just got a couple more questions here, real quick.
Sure.
Sure. Have you done many desserts, and if so, what's your favorite?
That's a great question. We did chocolate chip cookies. Now, a lot of times with the dessert, with anything, we went through this whole thing last year where it was like we heard so many times on a lot of the Facebook groups, like wrong tool, wrong job. Why does everybody think they're kind of an everything? And we just got to where we're like, you know what? Let's just wrong tool, wrong job. Let's see what we can do. We made chocolate chip cookies. Those were amazing.
Yeah, have fun with it.
We actually, funnily enough, we just recorded a funnel cake cook that will be coming out next week.
Ooh.
I gotta say.
Now, how do you do that?
We got an aluminum tin, so we filled it with oil. So we really checked for the safety, like we did. Yes. Yes. And I tell you what, it turned out, it's amazing. That one is a lot of fun. Bro, we did another one recently. What's the other? Oh, we did those, we did the egg rolls. We did like the apple and the banana and caramel egg roll was so good. Yeah. We shallow fried those.
And then of course there's the smash cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah. It's great. I think as a breakfast, yep, you're right.
That's a staple.
Those were so good because they cooked so quickly and they tasted just like cinnamon rolls, just like you'd expect them to taste.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan, Pastor Combs says, praise God for you guys for keeping it real.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank
Right
you
back
so
at
much.
you, Jonathan. We really appreciate that.
Mrs. Chat says, absolutely, just need the heat wave to break. Haven't had anything on the BS for a few weeks now. It's true. It's just been so brutal.
We can just be nice. That'd be great.
I think I've just gotten used to going out there because I still will go out there. I mean, you got to sweat it out when you get out there, but I'm not doing longer cooks out there right now. Doing them short and quick and get back in. Keep the heat out there, but you wait till the nicer weather, and we've got some good ones coming up. In fact, we have some good tailgate ones coming up as well.
Football time.
Yeah, heck yeah. Excited for those.
All right, couple more. How do you do your corn on the cob?
Oh man, that was we actually did. Now we've done it
Mexican street corn
because we do have the air fryer model, which is really great. But yeah, we did Mexican street corn, and it took minutes. We just put the corn. We put sticks on it, which I guess we
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have to. If it was just fresh, we wouldn't have to.
Right.
Corn on the cob, you could just get it right on. You can either do it directly on the griddle and just kind of keep turning it, or you could wrap it all in tin foil, or just leave it in the husk actually, and just turn it and use that heat. Because I think the big thing that people forget, well, not that people forget, maybe you just don't think that you can use it for indirect heat. You know, it's a heat source. So, you know, as long as you've got a dome or something to cover, you've got some great heat there, and you can use it that way. It may not be the most efficient, but if you're out camping, if you're away from the home, or you just need to be outdoors, you can still use it. But for us, I would just put it right on the griddle top and let it just get to start to turn a little bit color, because you're getting some really good crunch in there and really good flavor, we did for the Mexican street corn cook, which was amazing.
Yeah,
So
people like to see that char on there a little bit from the grill.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
get that on a Blackstone for sure.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, last one. Oh, and I saw this one, and you guys had fun with it. Have you ever done popcorn?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brett.
Twice. Yes, we have. That was so satisfying. First of all, so we've done regular popcorn and caramel popcorn. So the regular popcorn, we got a shout out. Adam can do the shout out to where we got that idea from. But when we started it, you know, I was doing the dome. He's spinning it. And all of a sudden he lifts it, and this popcorn just comes out over the whole Blackstone. It was aesthetically pleasing.
Oh my
It smelled
God.
amazing.
Yes.
It was just great. It was like legit. It was popcorn. It was surprising. It was fun. So Adam,
With the butter and salt. Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
it was really simple. So rather than just like in our popcorn popper, you know, we just put the popcorn in a cup with a little bit of the oil and spread it, and then we put it in a little bit more oil, and then as soon as it started, it was absolutely fun. There were so many people at the time doing it. I don't remember specifically who it was. I know
I believe it was Ben Cooks.
Ben Cooks. Well, he did the caramel corn. That's who
right,
we ended up
caramel.
with the shout out.
Yes,
Ben
caramel.
Cooks.
Yes.
We got the caramel popcorn, and I think he stepped away from YouTube. So
that can
he's
get real
focusing on
messy.
his studies. So So and that one we had to do twice, because the first time it burnt and it took a little bit too long, but the second time it turned out. But the regular popcorn, you can't beat it. I mean, it was so fun. And we've had so many people watch that and then reach out and say, "Wow, this was such a successful cook," which happens on a lot of our cooks too. But the popcorn was a blast.
Yeah. Now, I know you probably don't want to talk about it, but you haven't had very many fails, right?
We haven't.
No, we have had some, but not as many as like we feared that we thought we.
It's pretty hard to fail.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I think that was it early on. In fact, my very first Smash Burger video, I say mine because the 2.0 is the first one Brett and I did together. Well, the first time I did the Smash Burgers ever, they turned out phenomenal. That's the best part about it. At the end game, it was amazing. But that cook, I had turned off the grill. I had finished seasoning it, got it all ready, and I thought I turned it off and then turned it back on. Well, I did something, because you can see it's all on high heat, but it was not cooking on high. I think I froze the lines because I did not have it on high heat. I cooked bacon first, and towards the end, I'm like, the bacon is slowing down. I couldn't figure it out. So while the end game was a success, as far as a Smash Burger true getting that sear, that was a fail. Our biscuits and gravy cook is one of my personal favorites, and that stems because 2 weekends before, Brett was here and we had filmed it, and it didn't turn out. Well, we were fortunate that we couldn't upload the video anyways, because the footage was completely blurry. We hadn't checked the camera for whatever reason, and which is why we pay my kiddos now to come and help. We have a sound. My son is the sound guy, the video guy, make sure we're all set up.
The whole family.
It's a whole family thing. We pay them all to help out. And that stemmed from that weekend of it was just so bad we couldn't get it. He had to come back. We had to film it again. But that one, it just didn't work out. The gravy took too long, and it was my first time doing biscuits and gravy. My own personal, big, for me, a culinary feat for me. I grew up out west where we didn't really have biscuits
Florida,
and gravy.
you guys,
yes, out in the south, you have to.
You guys are originally from Provo, Utah, right?
Provo, Utah.
Provo.
We're born and raised right there. Our dad coached and played football and then coached at Brigham Young University under LaBelle Edwards. So that's our old stomping grounds there.
Awesome.
And so. Yeah, so going up there, I didn't ever have biscuits and gravy, and then coming out here, I love them, and they're so great. So for me, I wanted to do that. So I was so bummed when it didn't work out, but that was a great one. And we try to be honest with sometimes if the food is too salty or didn't turn out, because we don't want people to go and try our recipes and say,
Sure.
man, these guys are full of it. This was horrible. So we try to be honest, but I think that's the biggest surprise is we actually don't have as many fails as maybe people think. And it's not that we're better at all. It's just that we've done 400 cooks, 400 plus cooks on this thing. And so we've had a lot of, I mean, with my family, I've burned the buns for the for the hamburgers and getting so upset. It's like, how did I burn this? Are you kidding?
Taco shells.
And we did our double-decker taco video.
Oh, that was
a success. We had to send my wife to the store because we had a ton of taco shells, just the hard taco shells that were going to go in the soft taco shells. We air fried them for the first time. Forgot that they were in there for 20 minutes. Came out.
They only need to be in there for like a minute. Oh yeah.
No, not even that. The next time we're like, we're just going to put them in for 3 minutes. Pull them out. They're all black. We had to send them to the store to get a whole thing of shells.
That's funny.
Literally, I'm like, put them in the microwave for 30 seconds. We're just warming them up. That's it. That's right about as close as it came.
Lee Danley says popcorn is great on the Blackstone. Caramel corn, yep, that's challenging.
Yes, Lee, for sure. And it's that one surprised us because we saw so many others do it with ease, I guess, and it didn't for whatever reason. Adding the sugar, and it was just a regular pure sugar.
Yeah.
And it for whatever reason, because if it starts, you get to where it melts. But if it gets past that point of melting, it starts to burn. And so there's a fine line between really good popcorn and burnt popcorn. So we were happy when it popped, but we will say in that video, probably about 3/4 of the popcorn popped. There was a lot that didn't pop on that one, which really surprised us because almost everything popped on the first one. So
wow. Jerry says,
you're right.
I'm turning you guys into Weight Watchers. How many points on that darn grill? Okay, I'm hungry.
If it comes off the griddle, it's free points. I don't know if anybody's told you that.
That's in the macros. It's a thing. You got to look it up.
I love it. I love it. Hey, I got to congratulate you, Brett. 5K every day.
Yes. I walk a lot.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah.
For how many days are you up to, brother?
1,080. Oh boy,
800 and something.
I'm using my phone for this, so I can't look it up right now. But it's well over like 1,000 something. Yeah.
I can look it up here real quick.
It is. It's over 1,800, I think. 1867 or 68, I think.
There it is. 1,087 in a row done today.
Oh, 87.
I was like,
right.
1,800. I knew it was
I'm sorry. Yeah, not
1,000 a couple months ago. But hey, I'll take 1,800. It makes it look better, whatever.
I won't edit it
I
out.
said it.
Get there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, let's see if we got anything else here.
That's it.
Yeah, that's just about it, isn't
awesome.
it? Everybody's just listening quietly. They can all see your videos on youtube.com/Waltwins, right?
That's right. Yeah, Waltwins. Yep.
So you guys got to work tomorrow?
Funnily enough, I'm in quarantine. Brett is. I'm in quarantine. I had a couple family members get sick. I'm a teacher out here, so it's a no-go for me. But it's hard, like everywhere else. We're all trying to figure out the rules and what's best and what's not. And so I'm still on quarantine for a little bit here. And so I prep all my lessons and classes and help them out there. Yeah, everybody's fine and healthy. It was, kind of flu-like symptoms for a couple days, and then we're back to as normal as you can be. As it goes. Brett and I both had coronavirus last year.
Oh,
and so we actually
Florida
got
hit.
Weekend.
Florida got hit hard.
They're getting hit hard again.
They're getting hit hard again. Yeah.
In fact, a really funny quick story. If you go and see our grilled cheese burger video, neither one of us could really smell it. So we're like, if this doesn't smell, or this smells amazing, we're like, wow, this is good. I remember thinking in my head, I thought I would be able to smell more. As soon as we cut that video, we looked at each other and we thought, oh my gosh, do we have COVID? Because we were starting to feel a little, and we couldn't smell. And it was the last video we cut because we're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they say
it together. So
goes,
video evidence of the Waltwins.
Hey, I want to just put up a couple pictures of some of the stuff that you've made, and you can comment real quick before I let you go, okay? How about this, man? French toast breakfast sandwich.
Oh my goodness gracious! That thing. That was so amazing. And, it's one of those things that it's not super creative, but just when you start thinking about it and talking about it, people are like, why haven't I not thought about this? It's kind of like, so often that happens. You think, yeah, why didn't I think about this? This was so good. And we love a good French toast recipe. This is a super simple one. And then just the addition with everything in there. And that egg, you got to do it sunny side up or an over easy egg so that egg yolk can break through and just get it with everything with the syrup.
You put some of that maple syrup on it?
That pure maple syrup. Steve Belcher, one of our patrons, an amazing guy, sent us some pure maple syrup, and it's unbeatable. Gosh. It is so good.
Wow. How about this? Gator tail.
Brett, go ahead, talk about it. Yeah, there you go, Brett.
Gator tail. I'll tell you what, that is such a staple here in Florida. And we talk about in this video, almost every restaurant you go to, it's usually on the appetizer. And so I got that from a buddy of mine, that Ethan. And again, I feel terrible I don't have his family's company's name to shout them out, because that's where I got that gator tail, and we fried it up. I have another pound in my freezer that I'm going to hopefully do this weekend or soon, because that gator tail, if you haven't had gator tail and you see it on the menu, try it. Oh, it is amazing.
So good.
I have had it.
I can tell you, when people say it tastes like chicken, it tastes like chicken, maybe a little better.
Yeah. And then this last one, you did pretty recent, and I got to try this. That's the stuffed sausage pancakes.
Listen, and our biggest takeaway from that is either get the prepped sausage patties, because we wanted to get them ourselves, and we actually really struggled with making the patties, which was like, man, how many times
we need
them? Yeah.
But I will tell you, and where we weren't kidding when we say, man, I don't know if I could have regular pancakes or regular sausage again. The flavors together go so well, but when it's like cooked into the pancake and then you get the maple syrup on top, forget about it. It is just beautiful. We did the same thing with bacon a few months ago, and I'll be honest, I'm a bacon guy through and through, but I prefer these sausage pancakes every day.
Wow.
Add some egg and even some cheese on there, so you probably get a McGriddle type flavor. It would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
So good.
Let's see. We got anything else here? Oh, I got one. She missed it, I guess. How did you connect up with the Blackstone company? Mrs. Chat wants to know.
Oh, man. Blackstone has been so kind. Brett, I'm sorry. I know I'm doing the majority of the talking. It's almost like our videos.
I'm here listening and watching too. I'm enjoying it. It's just great.
Yeah. We just found the Blackstone, ended up loving it, and like we did with any of our stuff, we just every once in a while we just say, hey, Todd Tovin really loved this video, whatever. One time he responded, he's like, oh my gosh, Todd Tovin responded to me, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And so we actually
never really picked up with them. Responded to me.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. That's kind. Thank you so much. Yeah. But slowly but surely, they each just kind of started reaching out. In fact, Chef Nathan Lippy was the first to reach out last summer and said, hey, we'd love to get with you guys and do some kind of collaboration work. And then real quick side story, my son, Cannon, is 13, was diagnosed with a brain tumor last year. And so we went through surgery, and so he's doing much better now, and everything is great. But at the time, we couldn't get together with Chef Nathan Lippy. He's an incredible guy. Him and CJ Frazier on the Blackstone Griddles channel are amazing. Yeah. And then even Blackstone Betty got a hold of us and was texting us. I mean, these guys were just amazing. And then Todd Tovin, they're like, listen.
It's a family.
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They're right. And they're just like, hey, listen, you guys are bringing a lot of awareness, and, even their social media guy, are reaching out to us, and they're all so amazing. And they're like, hey, we'd love to do something with you guys. And out of the blue, Todd Tovin says, hey, we're finally back to traveling. I'm coming out in March. Nathan and CJ live over in the Tampa area. He's like, but I'm going to make a stop in Orlando. Would love to come and do a shooting day with you guys, of videos.
Oh, wow.
We were blown away, and he came bearing gifts. He brought us some goodies, and it's been an amazing. So we don't work for them or with them. In fact, we don't even. The funny thing is, we don't endorse. We won't use anything that we don't like. We've been so blown away with the Blackstone. Yes. We've always been brand people growing up. We got our first pair of Nikes, and we love Nike for a long time. I worked in shoe stores for a long time.
But you get what you pay for with BS.
You do, and like I said, over 400 cooks on my unit. I was looking at the other day. I'm like, man, this thing it's been phenomenal and a game changer for us. But just in general, it just keeps going. And so they've got a phenomenal product. We absolutely love cooking on it. It's amazing. And so every once in a while we reach out to them and they reach out to us. And we'd love to do more in the future. In fact, we did hint we will be collaborating hopefully in the near future with CJ and Nathan. They get busy, we get busy, so it's really hard to match up.
Tough.
And funnily enough, I was actually
one of those. Eventually, it'll happen for sure.
Yep. But even last night I was on the phone. I know not Blackstone Company, but if you know Matthew Hussey, the Hungry Hussey.
Oh yeah, Hungry Hussey. Yes.
Yeah, he and I were on the phone last night for about 20
Cool,
minutes. Yes, dude. Please, you want to talk about it. What you see in the video is what you get. He is the most humble, kind man,
so down to earth.
Yep, I was on the phone with him for about 20 minutes last night. I had some advice about some other products and things, and it's so great to be able to reach out to people in the community who have and because we all have different ambitions, and his ambitions are different from our ambitions. But he's a great cook, and he loves what he does, and it's so great to have those kind of resources to reach out to, and people who we admired and looked up to now we consider friends. It's like, wow, it's a crazy world. So
well, I hope you consider us friends, and you can always reach out to us if you know anyone. Hey, if you guys know anyone that wants to come on the show, please send them my way.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Now, I did want to mention you guys have a merchandise page too, and people can go on your YouTube channel and find the link there, right?
Right, and we are, in fact, a side note, not funny story, but we didn't know this Waltwins, this YouTube thing would take off this past year the way it did. It was always a dream of ours to be business owners, and we actually just licensed Waltwins as an official business this past month.
Oh, congrats!
And so, thank you. And we're working with a close friend who is developing our web page, and so it will be kind of a one-stop shop. So our merchandise store merchandise link, which is a long digital promotions link, will eventually be a one-stop shop at our Waltwins. It is thewaltwins.com, which is not active yet, but it will be. We've got the domain and working on it.
So
but
cool.
yeah, and we're honored. Real quick, we work with Digital Promotions, works with Crossroads Missions. They do a lot of service work in Mexico and throughout the United States.
Okay.
And the reason why we feel so honored is that a portion of all the proceeds purchased through the Waltwins goes to benefit Crossroads Missions, and they're very transparent about it, where their money is used, and they work everything from Habitat for Humanity. Right now, they're helping with a lot of flood relief, and you were talking about the flooding up there, so they are sending people everywhere, and so that's where the resources are used. So we feel honored to get to work with a company like them. In fact, I know them and us. We talk about we're not looking to make money off our merchandise. It's just it's a thing at the YouTube to get your name out there and more recognition.
Sure.
Exactly.
We don't so we leave the money there to more just get it to generate, to help with more goods, and then hopefully get it more out there, because we love the work that they do and where those funds are used for.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Anything else you guys want to mention or talk about before I let you go? We good?
Brett, sorry, I just keep thinking, man, I'm just dominating. Brett, anything you want to add, bro?
No, whatever Adam said. This has been a lot of fun. I really have enjoyed
real quick,
hanging out here and watching this and following. Yeah.
Now, when's your next video coming out? You do videos. What days is it?
Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Okay. On YouTube.com/Waltwins.
Waltwins.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, look, I
can't
tell you how what a pleasure it was to have you guys here tonight. Please feel free to contact us and come back anytime, okay?
We'll do. Thank you so much for having us. This has been a real treat.
Yeah, you guys are awesome, and griddle on.
Griddle on, indeed. That's right. Griddle on.
Can you give me a flick?
There you go.
Yeah. Get this little flick.
Love it. Take care, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Night.
Take care.
Wow. Awesome. What a story, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez, Pete, they did a great job. Great job. So happy to have them on. Great work. All right. Let's see. Before we get the mic.
Did you see Kathy Ward's comment about alligator?
Yeah, she loves it. I put it up on the screen. So, hey, I want to remind everyone that the next city council meeting is going to be held Monday, September 13th in the council chambers at 6000 Middle Belt Road. These meetings are informative and a great way for you to get involved and voice your concerns you might have. So be sure to go. and be part of the meeting, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, and congratulations to Sergeant Cruz who got promoted
Right.
on the
That was nice.
at last meeting. So congrats to him. All right, Mike, you ready?
I think so. Yeah.
Here we go. Stand by.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day.
Okay, it's
You
time
make
for
me cry.
community
Where
announcements.
you
So
gonna
let's get
be?
Mike in here.
You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
Good job. All right, hold on a minute. Let me get mine lined up here. What I want to put on. Let's see. Okay, first one we have, I believe, is the shots, right?
Right.
Okay.
Wayne County Health Department is administering free COVID vaccine shots on a walk-in basis Monday through Saturday from noon to 7 at the Maplewood Community Center. Both the Pfizer and the Johnson & Johnson are available. Those between 12 and 17 years old must be accompanied by a parent. Bring your ID.
All right, next one.
The library is looking to hire a library custodian. Visit their website for more details, www.gardencitylib.org.
Right.
Okay, Wednesday
Okay.
drop-ins. Kids dodgeball, ages 6 through 12, from 6 to 7:30, $5. RC tracks, all ages, 7:30 to 9:30, $10, limited rentals available.
Mhm.
There's only
This
two.
is 2 weeks left, right?
Yeah, only 2 weeks left to donate school supplies to the City Hall Main Library to benefit needy Garden City school children. Donations will be accepted at the city clerk's office at City Hall through August 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So there's less than 2 weeks left now.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
They're looking for all kinds of school supplies, typical things like pencils, folders, rulers, razors, notebooks, crayons, colored pencils, pens, scissors, markers, glue sticks, index cards, lined paper, and highlighters.
Mm-hmm.
For more information, contact the treasurer's office at 734-793-1610.
Yeah, that drop box, I believe, is in the main lobby, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, Tech Talk with Julie
Yeah.
at the Maplewood Center, 31735 Maplewood Street. Garden City Parks and Recreation sponsoring Julie Slaybaugh with her Tech Talk, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m., the first and third Monday of each month. There won't be one the first Monday of September, of course, because
Right.
that's a holiday.
Exactly.
Garden City Public Library presents the kickoff event for the Talk app and 1,000 books before kindergarten. Saturday, September 4th, 1 o'clock p.m., Garden City Public Library. Learn how to help your child succeed in reading before starting kindergarten and after.
I got one here real quick, Mike. I wanted to mention Pastor Combs messaged me. Garden City First Methodist Church will be having a family and friends community cookout. Prizes and free food on September 5th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Come one, come all, relaxing music at 6443 Merriman Road in Garden City. Bring your lawn chair and let's have a good time. Contact the pastor at 313-595-7810. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. I don't think we have a flyer on it, but St.
No.
Thomas Aquinas has got their annual festival
Yeah,
coming
we
up
didn't have
too.
anything, right? Yeah,
That's coming
Maybe
up
I
in like the third week of September, I
I
think.
think so, yeah.
Okay, Straight Farmhouse has Arting at the Museum on August 27th from 6 to 9:30 p.m., 6221 Merriman, Garden City. For more information on events, go to straightfarmhouse.org.
Right.
Nerf Wars, Epic Nerf Wars.
Oh, epic.
August 28th from ages 7 to 10, 11 a.m., $15. Call 734-793-1850 to sign up. Fouling Fridays. This looks like a chance to combine two things I'm not very good at.
Yeah, football and bowling.
Yeah. All ages, $5 for kids, $6 for adults, 6 to 8 p.m. It's going to be at the Garden City Ice Arena.
Yep.
You can get more information by going to gcicearena.com.
Right.
Lucky Squirrel, there's one left.
One left.
September 18th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Outdoor flea market, craft and vendor event. Free admission, 150 vendors, arts, crafts, antiques, and more at the Garden City Town Center parking lot. Free parking. Garden City Public Schools, 5866 Middle Belt. Northeast, the Town Center lot is at the northeast corner of Ford and Middle Belt.
Right.
It's just minutes from I-275, I-75, I-96, 994. For vendor information, go to www.downtowngardencity.com or call Kim or Teresa at 734-261-2830.
Yep.
This is a big one in our neighborhood community of Westland. The Chamber of Commerce is pleased to announce another exciting opportunity to showcase your business. The 2021 Health and Business Expo. This expo features businesses, healthcare providers, and nonprofit organizations. Learn more about all these vendors and get free handouts in the comfort and convenience of Westland Shopping Center. Presented by the Wayne County Community College District. Business sponsors at Westland Shopping Center. Health sponsors are the Michigan Chiropractic Specialists. It's at Westland Shopping
It's a tongue
Center.
twister.
Yeah, 3500 Warren Road in Westland. It's going to be on Saturday, October 2nd from 10 to 3. For more information, call 734-362-7222 or email westlandchamber@yahoo.com.
All right.
Chili cook-off.
Days are winding down, aren't they?
They are. Come and join us. 9 a.m. motorcycle and car show. Registration open until full. 11 a.m. the beer tent will be open. Noon chili tickets are on sale. 4 p.m. the car show, motorcycle, and chili awards. Fun for the whole family. To enter a chili team, contact. Oh, I can't read. Is it downtowngardencity.com?
Yeah.
Teresa at downtowngardencity.com or call 734-261-2830. More information will be available soon.
Right.
It's going to be on Saturday, October 9th from 12 to 5. It'll feature hot chili, cold beer, live music from East Eddy Band, hot rods, motorcycles, artesian vendors, and food trucks.
Yep. Okay.
Some of the sponsors are Garden City Pawn, Garden City DDA, and Don Nicholson Enterprises.
All right. And this is September 16th guest. Len Fisher.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had Len here. And
Yeah.
glad to see the COVID letting up so that we can get back to doing some of the things that we really enjoy.
Right.
Safely. Yeah. Inspire Theater is featuring Monty Python's Spamalot, a new musical lovingly ripped off from the motion picture Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Ripped off. I like that.
Yeah. They have some clever writers.
They do. He's clever.
Yeah. Book and lyrics by Eric Idle, music by John DePries, and Eric Idle is going to be Fridays and Saturdays, October 15th, 16th, 22 and 23, 29 and 30 at 7:30, or Saturdays, October 23rd and 30th, Sundays, October 17th, 24th, and 31st at 2:00 p.m. Tickets are $18. You can get those at inspiretheater.ticketleap.com.
Yeah, Ticket Leap.
Right. Westland Center is located at 33455 Warren Road in Westland, 734-751-7057. It's like halfway between Vinoy and Wayne Road.
Right. Nice little theater.
It is. Looking for, and hopefully Len will be able to tell us about whether they have to do an outdoors show or they're going to be able to go back indoors.
And is it going to be limited seating, right?
Well, yeah. If it's indoors, it's definitely limited seating because they only have room for about 100 people.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be full though. It might be
Yeah.
50% or something. I don't know.
Garden City High School is having a holiday craft and vendor show. They're looking for quality crafters.
Yep.
Direct sales spots are limited. You must confirm your availability. It's going to be on December 4th at the Garden City High School. You can go to vendorshow@gmail.com or facebook.com/GCHS Craft Show. And I have one more reminder. We missed out last spring because of COVID,
Right.
but great news. The Kiwanis' Great Pig Race will be back on October 23rd.
Yeah, it's a big event.
It is. We typically have over a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
This will be located at the St. Thomas Aquinas
Gonna
Activity
be
Building.
back inside, not outside,
Right.
as originally thought.
Yeah. And so you'll be able to get your tickets soon. And when you get there, you can bet on any of like 36 pigs. But of course,
Yeah.
favorite would have to be Chatmeister.
Exactly. And we haven't paid yet, right?
You haven't paid. I paid.
Oh, did you pay?
Yeah.
So I owe you
$25,
Okay.
right?
All right, good.
Yeah, we've got a reduced price for pig sponsors this year because of COVID. It's
Right.
normally been 100, and
Yeah,
this
that's
year it's only
nice.
50.
It's a nice gesture, huh? All right, let me give a shout out to a few people that have watched us tonight. Patty Fix was in there. Sherry Lynn Bauer, William Paul Werhan, how you doing? Ed Wilhite from Hog's Backyard Barbecue. Pastor Jonathan Combs, who actually has a Blackstone and does a lot of cooking on there. I've seen it. Justin Mooney from Ocala, Florida. Jerry Thorne, who is watching us from Alaska with the party animals at Party Animal Travel. Opal Loveland, who has Prestige Eyewear in Garden City for all your eyewear needs. Mrs. Chat is in there. Who else? Shelly Baskey is in there. Was in there.
I think Patty Fix was in earlier.
Lee Danley, yep, Patty Fix. Kathy Ward, our #1 fan. She loves Gator, so that's good to know. Steve Douglas. Hi, Steve. How are you? I get a kick out of Steve. He is such a character on Facebook. He's I don't know, a lot of jokes. Good guy. Who else we got? We got Derek Parton was in there. How you doing, Derek? You might remember him from D&D Sports Chat. Marty James is in there. Barbara Bicknell, owner of Ford Road Mini Golf. Not many more days left. You want to get out there and do some mini golf, get over there right now. Well, not now, but tomorrow you could start. But I think they're closed now, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Mark Mukovitz, and I mentioned Ed Wilhite from Hog's Backyard Barbecue. Thank you all for watching and participating. Really appreciate it. You know, we're always looking for guests, right, Mike, to come on the show. If you know someone who might be interested, it's very easy. You can contact us through our website at gccommunitychat.com. Send us your name, email address, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. Or you can message us on Facebook and also text us at 734-788-9319. It doesn't matter what community you live in. We want to hear from you. During this time, we can do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office, just like we did tonight, if that's what you would wish. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization and you'd like to share your information with us and the surrounding communities. If so, contact us today. And we look forward to hearing from you. And just one more thing before we go. I know I say this every show, Mike, but I want to make sure the word gets out. And that word is our show has no boundaries and everyone is welcome to come on and tell their story. I think we proved that tonight. Yes, we are Garden City Community Chat, but we will continue to always be a platform and a voice for all communities and businesses who wish to be a part of our show. So go ahead and contact us whenever you're ready, and we look forward to hearing from you as well. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. Special thanks to our guests, Adam and Brett, the Waltwins. I'm telling you, they are fabulous, fabulous guys, really nice guys. And you can catch the Waltwins on their YouTube channel at youtube.com/Waltwins. That's WALTWINS. And on Facebook at facebook.com/Waltwins. Also, I have to thank my two fantastic co-hosts, Dr. Tom Iwinski and Mike Jones. Great job as always. Mike, any final thoughts?
No, sir. Just encourage everybody to get vaccinated for the good of the group.
Hey, how about a shout out to Taylor, Michigan, in the World Series?
Did they win today?
They won big, 15-6.
I had it taped, but I had it shut off at the end of the 2 hours, and
Oh,
they were up like 13-6 at the time. I thought, this
at
looks
one
pretty
point,
good.
At one point, it was 11-0.
Yeah,
And but you know, there's a Garden City kid on there,
yeah.
Ethan Van Bell, I believe, and he does a great job.
They still got to win a couple more games, and they're going to have to get revenge against Hawaii.
Right, and that kid that pitches for them is wow, that was a close game too, 2-0.
Yeah,
jeez, it's a shame. It's a shame. Steve, thank you. I appreciate that. Come back anytime, my friend. Kathy Ward, you are welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. You can watch it in its entirety right after the show. Just go to our Facebook page, Kathy, and you won't miss a thing. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight, just like I said, so catch it later at your convenience if you tuned in late by going to facebook.com/GCChat. Also, catch us on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for GC Community Chat. And please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. I have to get we have to get our subscriptions up, man. I'm not even close to the Waltwins. Here, I got to tell you, these numbers, they've had over 5.8 million views on their videos that they've done. What do you say? They've done over 400 or something, I think.
Yeah, 418 or something like that.
Yeah, and they've been doing it 2017, 4 years. 4 years. Amazing. Do a great job.
We'll have to expand outside of Garden City.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Well, we're in Alaska tonight, so maybe.
Yeah. Alaska and Florida.
Yeah, Alaska and Florida. Absolutely.
Florida.
Yeah, so if you watch our show on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. And as always, we continue to thank all our healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. It's getting bad again, Mike.
Yeah.
We got to thank them. They're getting tired. A lot of these states are just wore out.
Yeah.
Running out of beds.
These hospital workers are really
feeling
the pressure of all it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's another wave. We can't thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that your families and you are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. Don't forget, we here at Community Chat, we promote community unity. So, you know what that means?
If you see something, say something.
No, it means we all need to work together, be united, and support one another. And please don't hesitate to vaccinate. Don't hesitate to vaccinate. We all need to work together to get those numbers back down. It's up to each and every one of us. And Mike, if you see something,
say something.
Right. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, don't forget to head on over to drtomsweather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there. Everything on there, radar, and everything you need to start your day weather-wise. We will see you back here next week, September 2nd, when our guest will be Garden City Public School Superintendent Derek Fisher, and he is going to be in studio. He wants to be in studio, so he will be in studio.
It's going to be interesting to see exactly what their plans are.
I know.
I assume they're going to have in-person with masks encouraged.
Yeah, I would think so. Did you see all of Oakland County, what they did? They mandated every school will be masked up. So good for them. So I hope you'll tune in next week for that show, especially you parents, if you have vaccinated. Thanks for listening. Stay safe and have a great night. Take care.